Just kidding. So basically, over the last few videos, people have been noticing this dash kind of head unit that I've got in the car, and also the gauge setup that I'm running on that. So I thought I would do a video like I promised those people who have asked me, and I'll run through what it is, what I'm running, and why it looks so cool. So what this is, this head unit is just a cheap eBay special. It's a double DIN Android 4.4, I think. Anyway, to the good stuff. So because this car runs basically ALDL or OBD1, there is actually an app out there called ALDLdroid, as you can see here. So I opened that up, and this is basically the ADX, which if anyone out there uses Tuner Pro, basically the ADX is the definition file which has all the stuff for your ECU basically. So once that's set up, basically there's two ways you can connect it to the car. You can do it wirelessly with Bluetooth, which I haven't tried because I don't have the adapter, and also I like to use Bluetooth on my phone for music and calls when I'm in the car, so I just use this cable here, which plugs in under the steering wheel. That stays there permanently, and then I've routed the USB input for the stereo down into my little dash fascia here, so that other end of the cable just plugs in there, which connects up to here. So when I turn the ignition on, I can connect to the ECU. So as you can see, this is what I have on my main screen, which you probably see in my videos if I'm driving. So, you know, road speed, I actually quite like that. And the good thing about this is it's taken from GPS, so that is dead accurate, that road speed. I have my wideband set up, my map, so manifold absolute pressure, throttle position sensor, as you can see there, RPM, engine coolant, manifold air temp, charge temp, spark advanced, instant liters per 100, I don't really even look at that, doesn't matter. And also a knock detected, basically beacon. Then you've got 3 pages. So on my second page I've just got more histograms, so I can, if I wanted to see something, I can kind of flick across and see within like 5 seconds or so if anything was out of the ordinary on the histogram. So road speed, engine RPM, map and wideband. And I've also got battery voltage and a button to start logging and one that marks the log. And then third page I've just got like a map switch indicator, so if I switch to map B, it'll illuminate there. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, while I'm in here and the cameras are rolling, I may as well show you the rest of the gear that I've got in the car. So, I don't know, I'll start top to bottom I guess, and we'll kind of fan out, there's shit everywhere. So, item number 1, we've got the battery voltage gauge. I don't really use that, it's not too accurate, but until I find another gauge to go in there, maybe an exhaust gas temperature or something, I don't know. And then I've got my AEM wideband, I've got my boost gauge, I've got my double DIN stereo, which we were just talking about, and then I've got my Gizmo electronic boost controller, I've got my LED shift light, I've got my turbo timer, which is basically just my voltage gauge, and then moving down, so we've got my fuel pressure, water temp and oil pressure. And then down again, we've just got the toggle switches. So like, I've just got a manual turn on for the amp, my map switch button, interior lights. The other 2 I haven't filled back in yet. I can't remember what they were since I last changed this around. And an overdrive for my fans. As you can probably hear spooling up, sounds like a jet engine. And then moving one more down, I've got my basically controller for my rear airbags. So yeah, it's nice and neat. And yeah, custom steering wheel, custom everything. Also got a map switch button on the steering wheel, which will basically be for launch control later on, and horn button. And a custom dash fascia. I don't know if you've seen that before, but that is fully custom made by Moman in Poland. So they do like reverse indiglo or plasma gauges as they're called. So they look real neat at night time. You've probably seen him in some of my other driving videos. Yeah, that's the gist of it. So as always, stay tuned and I'll see you next time.